What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Two in the Teal podcast. I'm Ethan.
I'm Marcus. Thanks for riding with us. We're going to be here with you all season long. A lot of tears, a lot of happy times. Give us a like and subscribe.
Let's freaking go.
What's up, y'all? Welcome in.
Two.
What's up?
What up,
Y'all,
boys?
we got a special one today. We have Jaguars at Saints this weekend, Sunday, 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. Preseason, but we're still rolling with it. We've got a special guest today, everybody. We've got Michael Bruley.
The guy.
Michael and I went to college together. We were both betas at SMU. There he is.
Oh,
we were both betas
Cam
at SMU. Class of 2020, beta at SMU. So we were just dripping with aura when we were in college, like just swimming in attention.
Everyone thought we were cool.
Everyone thought we were the coolest. Michael is for as far as credibility goes out here, he played some high school ball, lacrosse and football. Marcus, you're going to love this. Michael might be one of the most natural athletes I've ever met in my entire life. He's one of those, you name the sport, and I want him on my team.
Do you want to play O-line, Michael?
Basketball, ping pong, swimming.
I might need to play quarterback. For the
lacrosse,
Saints.
quarterback. Name the sport. Michael's getting drafted onto my team. He works a finance job. Every time he talks about it, it bores me to tears, and I want to end it all. But
Me too.
He is my expert on all things anime and state of Louisiana, sports, culture, everything. So welcome, Michael Bruley.
Welcome in, brother.
Happy to be here. Thank you for
What's
having
up,
me.
dog?
Oh, dude. Welcome to Two in the Teal. We're making a 3 in the Teal tonight. It's going to be sick.
3 in the teal, 3 in the teal. Michael, we got to start with, how did LSU not win a national championship with Jaden Daniels at quarterback, Malik Neighbors at wide receiver, Brian Thomas Jr. at wide receiver, and by the way, I've just thought of this just now, Will Campbell at left tackle. He was the 4th overall pick in the draft.
Wow.
In what world does that team not win a national championship? Marcus, 2nd-round pick, Mason Smith on the Jaguars on the D-line.
Oh, my God.
What happened, Michael?
Yeah, there's a man named Matt House who is officially classified as a terrorist.
Get him, Marcus.
I cannot tell you how bad that man was. I mean, we couldn't, and it's kind of incredible because the year before, like we weren't really that bad. We probably ranked like middle of the pack overall nationally in like total defense, but what he did a good job of was making second half adjustments. Like we would always like lock in. A lot of the games we won the year before was because we were in better condition than the other team and we could just last longer and make the adjustments that we needed. But that was completely gone the next year. We had like zero tackling discipline. We couldn't stuff the run lanes. Our defensive line was fucking awful.
There you go.
There it is.
Our best player was a undersized nose tackle. That was a transfer from like a junior college, and it was bad. Our safeties couldn't tackle either. That was one of our biggest issues, and it just all went to waste. And honestly, our offense being so good, I don't think our defense got enough rest between drives because they would just score immediately.
That is the thing. They score too quickly because those were home run hitters. That wasn't, 6-yard dig routes or whatever the dig routes are. I don't know, but like
Brian Thomas don't run dig routes.
no, he's down there.
goes
Get that
down
guy
good.
in open field. Throw him the ball deep. He's going to
I
grab
know,
it.
but regardless, very entertaining season to watch, even though it was very frustrating.
Yeah,
But
Sure.
because you had the Heisman Trophy winner and the Bolitnikoff winner. I think Malik Neighbors won the Bolitnikoff.
no, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Marvin
got a
Harrison did.
Make a wish trophy. Yeah.
Nice.
Hopefully, I'm
Hell
allowed to
yeah.
say that on here. But
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This
This is a free lane.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that I'm like, the amount of talent that's in high school Louisiana football, the brand of LSU, it surprises me when they're not immediate contenders, which I think they're going to be because that Nussmeier kid's supposed to be really good. And then whoever's replacing all these guys probably is pretty good themselves. Like, I don't know what their recruiting classes are, but.
Yeah, I think what people underappreciate is the situation that Brian Kelly walked into. There was 39 scholarship players on the roster when he took over out of a potential 81. There was a mass exodus after Coach O left, and he vastly overperformed expectations.
Well, all of his starters
in
got
the first
drafted.
year. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
he had 22 of 22 turnover in a year.
Exactly. And we caught lightning in a bottle in 2021. We won the SEC West. And then eventually lost to Texas A&M and didn't, make the SEC championship and move on. But our roster was like not deep at all. like going into that year. And it was just hard to see that coming off of an SEC West championship. And it became very obvious the year after that we did not have the talent like on defense, particularly the defensive line, to be good.
Yeah, I hate hearing that because we drafted 2 of your defensive linemen in last year's draft. So I hate hearing that top 4 round. So
we're a big trenches podcast, by the way. So,
all the trenches, dude.
If you don't have it, you're right at home here. So welcome in.
Yeah. So Michael, I mean, obviously it's hard to think like those 2 wide receivers from LSU, nobody in their right mind is going to go like, yeah, they'll probably like not be very good. No, they're probably going to be pretty good. But I mean, Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas enter the league and it's like right away, upper echelon. I mean,
easy. Like
dude,
going in the first round of fantasy
and,
football.
I keep saying Malik as well, just out of respect, but we're here for BT, baby. BTJ. Dude, did you know he was going to be this good?
I did think that his ceiling was as high as it probably is right now. I didn't know if it would happen immediately. Some of that was like the valid criticisms of having a limited route tree, which I kind of referenced earlier. But he's just so athletic and so fast that it really doesn't matter. And also just like the situation, particularly the offensive line situation in Jacksonville, I wasn't very confident in it. And you guys probably still aren't confident in it going into this season.
I don't blame you, Michael. I don't blame you for a second.
Yeah. But there's just something in the water in Louisiana, man. I mean,
really
those 2, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb's from Louisiana too.
Odell, Jarvis Landry, it goes way back. Like,
yeah. And I think they just, they have a lot of resources, a lot of money that they can put into, training these guys. Like Jaden Daniels, like one of the things he quoted that he brought to the Commanders with him was like the augmented reality setup where they would like go through plays and, practice decision making. It's the little things like that, like sort of the sports science side of it, that I think really like is a big part of the development at LSU.
Absolutely. That kind of training is even big with the police academy. I mean, I can only imagine that if we're implementing it for like big time jobs like that, why aren't we using it in football? So that's a pretty sweet thing. I mean, just
especially
to get quarterbacks
budgets,
making the right decisions, and then
like,
people going absolutely bananas about Trevor Lawrence finding his third read. And I'm like, we've talked about this before, but it's like, isn't that your job? That should be like that should be like the thing you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
good for the LSU, man, because
getting in front of that
we obviously need that.
Well, I was going to say, I think LSU, they claim the title of wide receiver university as far as just the volume in addition, quantity and quality. Julio's better than all of them. So if Alabama wants to take that, fine. But I'm just saying it's been Julio, and I have a hard time coming up with the second one. I know they're out there, Amari Cooper, Devontae Smith. I know they're out there. But I mean, just like the guys that LSU is putting out year after year. I mean, I think it's a pretty clear wide receiver university. Like,
I would agree.
You don't even have to get into Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham. I mean, like, I think they've got that title.
They get fucking drafted.
Dude, they get those guys drafted and paid.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyway, Michael, on Sunday, we're going to be watching 3-4 guys play quarterback for the Saints. I have no idea if any of them are even NFL quarterbacks. I have no idea who's going to start. What is going on with the Saints quarterback room?
Who's your guy?
Yeah. So the statement I'll start off with is we don't have a quarterback on our roster who's won an NFL game.
Damn.
That's very concerning.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Damn.
Unless you include the one and only Taysom Hill.
Oh my God.
Honestly, it's
worse than I thought.
It's worse than
I know.
Oh boy, I didn't know it was that bad.
It is that bad. If our goal was to win as many games as possible this year, I would say start Taysom. That's obviously not the goal. It's a rebuild year. I would say my guy right now is probably Spencer Rattler, just because he has experience in games.
Damn.
He was the number one quarterback in his high school class.
He's kind of sick.
He was talented. Then obviously he had like kind of like a lot of character issues sort of going on when he was at OU, sort of redeemed himself at South Carolina, had a couple of good years there. And, he's got good arm talent, kind of an undersized guy, but I'm putting him over Shug strictly because of the experience right now. He's been outperforming him in training camp so far, based off all the reports that I've heard. But look back to last week, the preseason game, Shug did look a lot better, but I think that's because Rattler got the first couple drives and like they did not open up the playbook whatsoever at that point. So
yeah,
Shug looked like all right. His pick six he threw was terrible. That was just like a classic rookie mistake trying to force a ball.
Sure.
but we don't even need to talk about Jake Haener. He's awful.
Yeah.
He's never going to get a snap in the game again.
Do you think Kellen Moore having had Dak Prescott, then Justin Herbert, then Jalen Hurts? I'm thinking he looked at Tyler Shuck and he was like, as far as the guys available to me right now in this draft, he's a big dude who's got a strong arm with a ton of experience. Like, he'll at least maybe run the offense, right the ship right out the gate. Like, what was the thinking with Tyler Shuck pick, who, by the way, was the same high school class as Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, nuts. Dude is old as hell.
Wow.
But all the things you just said, Ethan, remind me of Jalen Hurts coming out of college, right? Like, he wasn't like the best 10 out of 10 passer, but he had a big arm. He was a good athlete, good size, and had a ton of experience. Obviously, I would take Jalen Hurts out of college over Tyler Shuck any day of the week.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I'm not quite sure what the thinking was. Like, I thought, so the Saints always love taking offensive linemen. Like, I knew one of our first 2 picks would be an offensive lineman. We took Kelvin Banks in the first round. He had a good first game. I'm always fine. I'm always fine taking a first round offensive lineman.
Fuaga and Kelvin Banks 2 years in a row in the first round. Those are some nasty tackles.
Yeah. And Trevor Penning got a lot better last year.
Yeah.
We slid him inside the guard, but he just got injured, so he's out a couple weeks. Cesar Ruiz, our center, also just got injured. We'll get to the injuries.
Oh,
injury bug later.
Why does it keep happening?
I know. I think our strength and conditioning staff is just like terrible.
Like, what are they doing? Are they beating them in the training room? They're hitting them in the knees with baseball bats.
I don't know.
It's part of their conditioning.
Yeah.
Your
Sean
knees
Payton's
will
gone
be
now.
tanks. Wham!
Yeah, apparently Sean Payton used to give them all painkillers. Apparently that's what Bounty Gate was actually about. I don't know if that's true or
I've
not.
also
But
heard about that.
yeah, we started breaking down after he left, but I can't believe we did not take a skill player in the first 2 rounds. Like, I thought that was a no-brainer. Like, Olave's a really good receiver. He's had like 4 or 5 concussions, 2 of them last year. And he was like, his body went stiff. They were not good.
Yeah.
You'll probably see him in like a double guardian cap the rest of the year.
Right.
Wow.
But then we have Rashid Shaheed, who's like, a good deep threat, but he's not quite like a stud wide receiver 1. And then like Kamara, he's always going to be reliable. He'll probably get 1,300 all-purpose yards. But outside of that, it's like, we don't really have anyone in skill positions.
I feel like there's so much potential with your wide receiver group.
There's
I
2.
do. I
If
mean,
Olave can stay healthy, he's as good as any of them.
Exactly. Like, I mean, I think if they can get the opportunities and get free out in space with someone who can actually throw them the ball, I think there's a big opportunity for them. I remember watching them last year and I was like, damn, that's a pretty solid group of wide receivers. And then it just kind of tanked, through injuries and the quarterback issues. But like, the potential is there. And then also, it's almost like you're going into the Jaguars special where you're drafting a rookie quarterback and then just like crossing your fingers and dropping to your knees and praying and hoping that it's not a bust. Blake Bortles, Trevor Lawrence, take him in the first round, play him their rookie season, and be like, and be like, here you go, make it work.
Be our savior.
Yeah.
We were picking one for a reason.
This is what we need.
Suck.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, so man, I'm looking forward to watch it on Sunday. I hope it works out.
Yeah. And I agree with everything you said. And when you think of a guy like that can actually do it, you don't think of Tyler Shug, which is why I kind of think we
Damn.
this is why I think we drafted our backup quarterback for the next several years. That's honestly what I think they might have been doing.
My early prediction for you, Michael, is you guys are eyeing that Nussmeier kid, and Tyler Shuck was a what if he hits? If he hits, he's big, strong, fast, smart, and if he doesn't hit, whatever, that Nussmeier kid is right open.
We are eyeing Nuss. You know who our offensive coordinator is?
No.
His dad.
Wait, what?
No
Yeah,
way.
Doug Nussmeier. Yeah.
Wait,
Is the
hold
Saints
up.
offensive coordinator and is the father of the starting LSU quarterback.
Yeah. Long-time Cowboys quarterback coach who then went to Philadelphia and was part of Kellen Moore's staff. Now came over to New Orleans to be the offensive coordinator.
Oh, wow.
Check
okay.
that out.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, Nussmeier, welcome to the New Orleans Saints. You are a New Orleans
Please.
Saint.
Damn.
Please.
Maybe they see something that the fans don't yet. Maybe they actually in their field room, in their locker room, they have a good plan. They have a solid plan, and you're just gonna have to ride with them and see if it works out. If it doesn't, maybe you win 6 to 10 games, and you just kind of are like, okay, next year is the year, and then hopefully it's a make or break for them at that point. But man, riding with a quarterback that just doesn't do it, it sucks, dude.
It sucks.
It
Yeah, I mean,
really
I know.
sucks.
So, Michael, I mean, Marcus and I have gone into football years where the Jaguars are rolling out Gardner Minshew as the starting quarterback. And, and look, I mean, I love Gardner
And you've
Minshew.
ended up in the AFC Championship.
Yeah, Marcus has hung out with Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew's the man. Don't get me wrong. He's
He's
the
a cool
man,
guy.
and he's sick. And as far as backup quarterbacks go, he's probably top 5. And so I'm saying he's in the top 35 of quarterbacks on planet Earth, right? But when he's your starter that you're rolling out, can you imagine Gardner Minshew hoisting the Lombardi as your starting quarterback? I kind of like the image.
It is.
I do
enjoy.
It's a tight
what you're
image.
doing in my
I'm
brain
enjoying
right
it
now.
right now, but and
Getting going.
so I'm getting going. But I'm just saying, like, when your organization is telling you it's either Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shuck, you've got to be sitting there going, like, got it, yeah, awesome.
Yeah. We're going to enjoy the little things this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brother. That's
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah.
That's a great attitude.
That's a
dude.
great way of looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Marcus, I think I was there with Michael this night when the greatest college football team I've ever seen in that LSU Tiger National Championships. I think we were together that night. It was
Yeah,
pretty
we were
clear.
at Chad's house.
Yep. And, Derek Stingley, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. I mean, it's just like one
Wow,
after the
yeah.
other. And so the Jaguars trade up and get Travis Hunter. And we trade a second-round pick and a first-round pick. First-round picks in next year's draft. The second-round pick the Browns used on Quinshon Judkins, who allegedly punched his girlfriend in the face. But they dropped all charges, so they definitely slid a couple bands over to her and
Okay.
said, just shh. But
That's normally the
allegedly.
way it goes. It would seem, but if you gamble, sports gamble, you get banned for a fucking year. Like, okay,
It's ridiculous.
All right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
so
a mess.
It's so bad.
So the Jaguars trade up and take Travis Hunter, and their whole thing is that he's the best receiver in the draft and the best corner in the draft. Got it. My problem with the whole thing is I go, one, can he do it? Can he actually do it? Or did we just trade up for like a solid corner who can also play some receiver or whatever way you want to think about it? But I'm like, if Jamar Chase was in this draft, it would be like, well, Jamar Chase is the best wide receiver. If Derek Stingley was in this draft, it would be like, well, Derek Stingley is the best corner. And Travis is number 2 to these guys. So when they talk about we traded up for this guy, I'm like, no, I hear you. Best corner and best receiver in this draft.
Right.
But I mean, how would he have stacked up with Jamar, Travis, Brian, Malik? Like, I mean, what did you think when the Jaguars traded up for Travis Hunter, if you even cared at all?
Yeah. I was
It
a
would
little
be
bit
hilarious if he
surprised
was like, I don't
at
give a
what
shit.
they paid.
Yeah. Don't care. Next question.
So I was probably in the pack of like thinking he was maybe a little bit overrated. I still think he's like an elite player for sure. And I liked him more as a corner than I did as a wide receiver.
He is a smooth corner.
He's
dude.
very
Yeah.
smooth.
Dude, yeah, he's got natural instincts, great ball positioning, great hands. But giving out a first round pick for the next year, it's exactly like you
Yeah.
said, Ethan. Like you can't just compare it to like the year that you're in. Like the next year's draft class could easily have a wide receiver or a corner that's better.
He ain't better than the receiver at Ohio State, Jeremiah Smith. I mean,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
This isn't like that move made this year for us not a developmental year. Like that completely took away the growth aspect of this season. This season is no, we're going to win games. We're going to go to the playoffs kind of season. So a lot of pressure is on him for making that move, man, because we're losing that key aspect of developing a team for next season. So, and keep in mind, I'm totally satisfied with 7 wins based on recent events of the Jacksonville Jaguars. But it's like, dang, man, I love that he's a totally fluid, badass athlete. But at the same time, what are we giving up, man? What's potentially out there next draft? So scary to me.
What do y'all actually like expect out of him? Like, what side of the ball is he going to play more? All that.
At this point, I would think, and I'd probably say Ethan will agree with me that we want to see him primarily at corner, because we're a little bit shy in the corner department at the moment. And then for me personally, it's like we can utilize him as a weapon to manage the game based on where we're at, as far as the scoreboard and the outlook goes. For example, like we're down 2 scores in the fourth quarter, or we're not we have a tie game and we're not confident that we're going to pull it out in the second half. Like install him on more roles in offense, get him. We got to build packages designed around Travis Hunter. And we got to keep those fluid and bring in new packages every single game. That's how I feel we need to go about it. Ethan, I feel like you probably have a similar outlook on that.
Yeah, he looks at corner, and I heard Coach tell John Gruden this. John Gruden posted on YouTube. He visited Jags camp. He told John Gruden his natural position is corner, so he's been doing more receiver in the offseason because he needs to learn the specifics of route running, all that stuff. My thing is, I'm like, so the head coach is also the play caller on offense. He is going to, as the guy who calls the shots on the team, naturally get him towards, no, he's mine on offense, is what I think. But our starting corner, Tyson Campbell, draft pick by Urban Meyer, sneaky good drafter, he is already hurt. I'm thinking he's going to have to be full-time corner just out of we need a corner.
Right.
And Deion Sanders said this, it's going to be really hard for whoever drafts him because you're going to see a team marching down the field on you, and you're going to look over at Travis Hunter, who is probably the best defender on your team. What, you're not going to put him in the game? No, you're going to put him in the game. And then also, you need a game-winning drive, and you're going to look over at Travis Hunter, who just played a whole series at corner, and what, you're going to keep him out of the game? No, you're going to go put him in the game. So when they keep talking about his cardio and everything, I'm starting to understand like why they keep emphasizing how good his cardio is, because, I mean, you have to. And also, so I think he's going to be primary corner with receiver packages just because Liam likes to run the ball with like 2 tight end sets. I didn't come up with that myself. I saw somebody else say that. I don't even know what that means. And no, but like, yeah, I think he's going to be primary corner, 1, because he has to be, and 2, just because he is a blanket on these guys so far in practice and everything. Like, De'Ami Brown's not a scrub or anything. He's our wide receiver too, and Travis is blanketing him in practices. Like,
Right.
You know, I think that's just how it's going to have to be.
And it's like, Michael, you were talking earlier about sports science and how it plays into effect. And I got to imagine, right? So if you have a guy who plays only defense and they play 100% of the time on defense, or let's say they play 80 to 85% of the snaps, and then you have the same guy and you say, okay, now it's time for you to go play 40% of the snaps, 50% of the snaps on offense, odds of taking on an injury are going to increase significantly.
Double.
And so now not only are we weighing here's Travis Hunter, glorified wide receiver 2, edging on wide receiver 1, and our starting corner, and now we're going to increase his reps and increase his chance for injury. So being someone who's not a Jags fan that we can actually get a real unfiltered opinion on, give us your take on it, man.
I don't think it can happen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like realistic.
I just simply don't think it can. He's going from the Big 12 to the NFL, and it's not like he's a lineman or anything, like getting contact every play. Everyone's bigger, everyone's faster, everyone's stronger. All it takes is one hit on offense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it takes one of those
missed
routes.
His one open field tackle he had in the preseason game.
Yeah, and it takes one of those routes that Trevor threw to fucking BTJ, man.
The hospital ball.
One of those deadly hospital balls just to end the dude's season. If Trevor's throwing those in the preseason, look out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Michael, my dad met Travis on a flight. He said he's the nicest guy, big, beautiful smile, took a picture with him, the whole thing.
Love that.
First thing he said was, he's skinny. And that's the thing, is that you can't play 100 snaps you're playing a game at, 220. Like, you have to be slim down at like 175, 180.
Right.
You just can't do that. So that's my worry is like the Colts are in our division. They have Jonathan Taylor. What if Jonathan Taylor breaks off on the edge and it's Travis Hunter and Jonathan Taylor in an open field tackle situation? Jonathan Taylor's 50 pounds heavier than he is and just as fast. Like, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. He's diving straight at his ankles, and Jonathan Taylor's probably going to jump over him.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the thing is you're not bringing him to be a bruiser. You're bringing him to be a cover corner. But I'm like, right, but people can scheme around that. Like, my thing, I'm like, I'd rather have Jamar Chase and Derek Stingley, not Jamar Chase and Derek Stingley in one. I mean, like, can I just have a sick corner and a sick receiver? I didn't need them combined into one. I'll take it. He's awesome. Marks and I have talked about is investing in relevance, headlines, jersey sales also a factor that plays into this?
It has to be. Well, he's going to make us so much cash. So it's almost like
that's a great point.
There's another aspect of giving up a first-round draft pick. If by some chance this guy makes us so much cash, we have the flexibility to go grab somebody.
Yeah.
Not in the draft.
Yeah.
Maybe that's an alternate route, but scary nonetheless.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, thanks for letting us talk about Travis Hunter, Michael.
I love it.
I mean, Michael, for the Saints on Sunday, what are some sneaky positions? What are some sneaky players that people don't talk about that you're like, no, look out for this guy? By the way, mutual friend Joe Moyer, friends with your linebacker,
Pete Werner.
Pete Werner.
Yeah.
Cool.
The
Pretty
first
cool,
place I was going was another linebacker, rookie from OU, Danny Stutzman.
Okay.
Is he a beast?
Write that one down.
He was good in college. He kind of reminds me of like Whit Weeks. Just kind of like a crazy white boy, loves to hit. Wears the the rolled up jersey to like show his abs, and he wears a neck mat. Right?
He wears a neck roll.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right.
all right.
And so
All right.
the early reports from practice are that he's flying around, high energy guy. Obviously, still got a lot to learn. Could probably put on 10, 15 pounds, but definitely looking forward to seeing him play. And I'm also really hoping that Rashid Shaheed gets a lot of reps in a lot of passing plays, because I want to see him expand his route tree, similar to how we were talking about with Brian Thomas Jr. Like every Rashid Shaheed highlight is a 50-yard bomb touchdown.
Right. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and I think he can do a lot more than that. I think he can be. He could take slants to the house like OBJ back in
totally.
2015. He's got that kind of ability, and would love to see that out of him. I wish I could name more skill players that I was excited about watching right now, but there just aren't any.
Well, your tackles are pretty locked up, ideally, for the next 10, 15 years. I mean, Banks and Fuaga, monsters.
Very, very good. Yeah, our line, I think we're good. Yeah, for the next 5, 6 years, maybe. Cesar Ruiz will be a little old at that point. But lingering behind the Saints, we didn't mention it earlier, is our cap situation. It just makes everything harder.
Did that not start with Michael Thomas, the wide receiver?
No,
Are you, still paying him?
Yeah, we're still paying a lot of people, because what we would do is we would restructure people's contracts, convert a bunch of it into a signing bonus, and so they would get all the cash up front, but like you amortize the bonus over 5 years and it counts against your cap.
Michael, what does amortize mean?
You divide it by how many years are on the contract, and so like if you're paying someone $40 million,
This guy's awesome.
yeah, it's $10 million a year after that.
Boom.
Whoa.
We've been doing that for 5 years, and like you can keep doing it as long as the cap keeps going up. But at a certain point, it's like, well, we kind of just suck. We should just like have a bad team for a year and like not have to deal with this anymore moving forward.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason that like, we didn't really make that many electric signings over the offseason outside of our 2 safeties.
Your defense, though, front seven, I mean, you've got some high-end dudes all across it. Demario Davis, Cam Jordan, Brian Brzee, who Brian Brzee was the #1 high school player in his high school class.
Mm-hmm.
He was at Clemson with Trevor Lawrence for a year. I mean, he's nasty. Like, the front seven's there. How's the secondary?
So it's going to be a very interesting situation.
Ooh, you have Kool-Aid McKinstry, don't you?
We do have Kool-Aid McKinstry. He was playing more slot corner last year.
What a sweet name. Oh, my God.
Yeah, right. But Dennis Allen, as bad of a head coach as he was a really good defensive coordinator, and he was a very good defensive back coach in terms of like identifying talent and developing.
Yeah.
So like our secondary has been stellar for the past, since 2017, since Dennis Allen came in as defensive coordinator. Big name guys previously, like Marshawn Lattimore, you could always count on him.
That's safety, Williams.
Yeah. Tyrann Mathieu was like, even though he was up in age, like he was still playing well.
Yeah, he just retired. Yeah.
He but didn't have quite the getup that he used to. So if people got behind him, he may as well have just stopped running. But
another LSU legend, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
But we made the most out of like later round picks. Like Alontae Taylor's a good example. And they used him really well, but I just don't know what to expect this year.
Well, dude,
because
being like such an elite team in the past, how is the fan base doing now? Like, how are y'all hanging in? Like, because I know with the Jags, like, I mean, we get like really mad, but we're still in there because we're used to it. But like, how are you guys doing? Like, I'm just looking out for you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I would say there was like, everyone was still like optimistic. Everyone still thought we were really good in like 2020 and 2021. And I think there was reason to be. I think we had a good roster. And when the team was healthy, like we saw in weeks 1 of 2 last year, like the team was good and they could be good teams. People know we're bad now.
Yeah.
I think everyone's accepting that.
Yeah.
Prior to Drew Brees showing up to the Saints were always bad, right? And so like all of the older fans, they're kind of used to it. But and you know, I started my earliest memory of watching football was probably Drew Brees' first year.
Wow.
So it was good, and then it was really bad. Like we had the best offenses like ever, and then we had historically bad defenses, and it was like just like LSU, so frustrating to watch.
Yeah.
So we're used to heartbreak. We had the Minnesota Miracle. The next year we had the no call in the NFC Championship. The next year we lost in overtime to the Vikings again on a last second Kyle Rudolph
What was
push
that?
off. By
What
the
was
way,
that Rams pass interference that was just so blatant? Like,
that was the 2018
that was the 2018
NFC Championship game.
Wow.
Yeah,
That was the most blatant. He pushed him to the ground. It was
Bro,
insane.
Bill Vinovich is a terrorist. He's a terrorist.
Yeah, the SWAT his house. Yeah, get him, Marcus. Get him. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm sorry, man. That's tough. You know, we had our Miles Jack wasn't down moment. You've had triple it.
Yeah,
I mean,
you've had
goodness
way more
gracious.
than that.
God.
Yeah, you grow a thick skin after a while.
I think
But at least you got an
honestly
LSU natty.
when I think of the Saints, I think of just like elite. So it's hard to even like someone who's not a fan. I don't even like really pay too much attention to their games. It's like I just imagine the Saints are locked down, like they're going to be fine.
Yeah, I mean, they were so good for a while. Like even though they were bad in 2021 and 2022, in just the 2017 to 2022 timeframe, they won the most regular season games out of any team.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, it's like the Patriots too. I mean, like dynasties that just like the drop off once the quarterback left. I mean, Sean Payton looked around and he was like, I ain't getting a Drew Brees in here. Like, I'm going to just go ahead and like, I'm not even going to bother. Yeah. I mean,
A couple
So,
guys, man. Couple guys makes all the difference.
yeah. Well, so for Sunday, I mean, I'm excited to watch those Saints tackles versus, I hope Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker get some reps out there against those guys. That's going to be good for your young guys too. You know, everything else about our defense, we have no faith in. I mean, the Steelers backups marched down the field
they
against
really
us
did.
last weekend. Our season, our entire new era opened up with a false start by the right tackle, to which coach then clarifies, well, Trevor was taking a long time to get the play in, so they got jumpy. And I'm like, okay, so not only are we jumping false starts, but the quarterback also can't get plays in on time. Great. Awesome. So it's a two-headed monster.
Yeah,
Great.
just get wrecked.
So, you know, I think Sunday's just going to look like two crappy teams beating each other up.
Could be. Very well could be.
I think that's what we're looking at here.
It's going to be hard to get a good read.
It's going to be a pillow fight.
It's going to be, we are among very, very few on planet Earth who are even tuning into this.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God, absolutely.
Like,
Neither of these teams should sniff national TV all year.
no, no, we have a Monday night against the
Somehow.
Chiefs. I'm like, why would you do that?
Somehow we got Monday night
We're gonna
against
get
the Chiefs.
smoked. Oh my God.
No, but what if we win? But what if
we win?
What if we
Taylor
win?
Swift comes into Jacksonville,
Dude,
and
we
right
beat
in
the
front of her
Bills
face.
last year without even kicking or without even scoring a touchdown.
That's impressive.
When
Was
didn't
that
even know
last
that.
year or 2 years ago? Can't even remember.
The Bill, that was a couple of years
that
ago.
was 2 years ago.
Let me check
didn't
out
even
this
score a
August calendar.
touchdown,
Taylor
dude.
Swift's new album is October 3rd, and the Monday night game is October 6th.
Oh my
So we're going to be
God.
3 days off a fresh Taylor Swift album drop.
Oh.
Monday Night Football in Duval County, Florida. Taylor Swift in its. I'm jacked up, dude.
Man,
We cannot lose in front of all
No,
those Swifties.
not
I
a-
need to bury them.
Not time to win.
And
There's
Natalie's going to be with me, and you
Yeah.
know Natalie's going to be like,
Oh,
Taylor.
yeah.
And
Taylor,
oh, my
Travis
God.
Kelsey.
Oh, my gosh.
no,
I want to
Natalie.
bury them.
Yeah. Yeah. Shut up, Natalie.
Oh man! All right, boys, let's wrap it up on that. We're gonna go get ready for our next little thing we've got planned over here, a little show and tell. So a little teaser there for the audience.
Nice.
Of 5.
Boom.
Oh, we're doing
hell yeah.
a new pod for show and tell. Separate
Yeah,
pod?
I need to go collect my things.
Nice.
If that's okay. Yeah, man. 2 crappy teams on Sunday. It's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to some of these matchups. So, Michael, brother, thank you for coming on, and we'll do it again.
thank y'all
dude.
for having me.
Yeah, man.
You're the
Thanks for your
best, dude.
expertise, bro. Sweet.
Always a pleasure to talk
All right.
ball.
All right, brother.
All right, we'll
Peace.
see everyone at the Pokemon show and tell.
Bye, everybody.